everyone. Tinamarie Moreno here, your host with Red Couch Talk. I just want to thank you all very much for joining us today as we have a special interview planned out. I will be bringing on my sister, Maria Vera, as she comes on and shares her story and what it is that she does for the company. Maria, can you please join me?
I would love to.
Hey! How are you?
Hi, Tinamarie. I'm doing so good. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm so excited to have you join.
Thank you.
Everybody's wanting to know all about Maria Vera, so I'm glad you're here. You're going to share.
I don't know why.
Because you have a powerful story behind you, girl.
I have a pretty interesting story. I do, and you know my story, and I'm happy and ready to share parts of my story.
Yes, I know you are. We've been talking about different things. Before we continue, let's go ahead and just bring on the ladies so everybody, recognizes everyone. We have Jennifer, Linda, Aurelia, Olivia. Thank you, ladies, for joining here.
How are you guys?
We're ready for this.
Sisterhood empowerment.
Great to see all the beautiful faces.
Woo.
Yeah.
And Maria, I can't wait. You're going to do amazing.
Yes, she is.
Yes,
So are you ladies ready to get started?
Yes, we are.
All right. Very good.
Absolutely.
All right. So, Maria, why don't you give us a little bit about who you are, where you were born, raised? Tell us a little bit about that.
Okay. Well, that's a lot to say, but let's just go with I was born in the city of Los Angeles, and majority of my childhood I was raised in like South El Monte, West Covina area. I was there till my late childhood, and then we moved to the Inland Empire, Rialto area, and so I remained there, and then lived in Inland Empire the most of my life. And so I have two beautiful daughters. I am a single mom. My oldest is 26, and she's expecting, so I'm going to be a grandmother next year. I'm so thankful for that. That's a whole nother show. But
I can't wait to welcome you to Glamourwood.
What was that?
I said I can't wait to welcome you to the Glamourwood.
I know.
Yes.
I know. Okay, again, I'm gonna keep going because I go up. And then my second, my youngest is 15 and a half, going to be 16 next month. My Bea, she's amazing. And I've been with RE/MAX Champions Business Development Department for 4 years next week.
Wow, 4 years already. Which leads me to ask 4 years. Leads me to ask you, so why Champions over all the other companies that are out there?
That's $1 million question, Tinamarie.
Yeah, it is. So inquiring minds want to know.
Well, let me tell you why. Okay.
Yeah.
So in my experience, the reason why I love working for RE/MAX Champions is because RE/MAX Champions stands for so much more than just a real estate firm. I have worked for several real estate firms since I've been in the business for over 15 years. I have worked at several offices, of which great offices, great leaders. But I met Jennifer about 5 years ago, almost 5 years ago. And I always wanted to be a RE/MAX agent. I love the branding. I love what they stand for. I love just the marketing. Obviously, that's one of my passions.
Right.
And, when I met Jennifer, she scared me when I first met her.
Yeah.
And the reason why is because she was just so successful, right? She was so successful, and I just heard so many good things about her, and she's done so much. And so it's a intimidation factor is basically what I mean by that. And so I reached out to her and we met. And when I met her, something just told me that this was for me. Something told me that I belonged here. And when I met her and being intimidated and everything, I was so eager to work for her. I was so eager to learn from her and so eager to get started. and just bring what I know I could bring to the table.
Yeah, and I know what you mean because I experienced that when I met her. I was like, okay, within a few minutes, you just know, you get that feeling, that vibe. She just has that, vibe that she wants to help, so I understand what you're talking about.
Yeah, it was that instant like connection, that instant like, oh wow, like I want to work here. And then as I started working here and I got to know her and her as a person and her personality, I kind of felt like I was looking at myself a little bit, and just how down to earth she was and how just free spirited she was. And she's not just like a broker of this large firm. She's also a single mom. She's also very pleasant, and she's just really a beautiful person. And so over the course of time, I just grew more fond of her as a leader, and then the company and the people in the company.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt like I found my home.
Nice. Very good. So that leads me to ask you. So what is it that you do and why do you like it so much?
Well, I do a lot for the company. I started off, about 4 years ago, just doing bare minimal work, some social media work, some marketing, some designing, coordinating. Is the sound okay? I'm hearing a little bit of.
You're echoing a bit.
Oh,
I'm hearing an echo.
okay now? Better?
There you go.
Okay. And so I just did some, I've been doing business development for the past 6-8 years since I've been in the business. I am a licensed broker, but selling real estate full time was never really my passion. And the business development, I can't do.
I'm sorry, Maria. I'm echoing again. Can you
Hello?
Are you wearing an earpiece or?
No.
Oh. Okay, let's go ahead and continue.
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes.
Yeah.
But it is echoing.
Now it's
not.
now.
I think it's when you move closer.
Okay, so how about here?
Yeah, that's actually
I'll just stay right here.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So I fell in love with marketing, business development about 6-8 years ago. And it started at one of the companies that I worked for. And I just fell in love with project management. I fell in love with coordinating, outlining, a project, and then just delivering the results. So for example, if someone came to me and said, I have this idea and I want to start this project, and will you help me? So I love a challenge in that aspect. So I've always just fell in love with coordinating and doing the marketing and branding and promoting a person or a company. And so I've done that for the past 6-8 years. And with Jennifer, when I joined her, she knew my experience. Obviously, I shared with her my experience, and she said that's exactly what she was looking for. So over the course of 4 years, I started doing mild posting, graphic design, event coordinating, agent services, and then it just really evolved. It evolved fairly quickly because, again, I'm a firm believer that who you surround yourself with, you become. Mm-hmm. And when you work for RE/MAX Champions, you're in this energy that
you are
is like you just want to do everything.
Yeah, it's like no other, right?
Right. And it really is infectious. And it just kind of like opens up more of you, and it gets you inspired and you want to do more. And then when you're working with people and a leader who is the same like-minded person and who is just getting like super excited with you, it just evolves that much quicker and that much faster. And that's what's happened. So in a nutshell, I've done event coordinating, I've done agent services, I've branded Jennifer, we've done video. I do a lot of project managing, calendar coordinating, just a variety of things. So it's kind of like a little bit of everything, but I'm the kind of person where I love variety. and I love a challenge, and I love people and personalities. So this position for me is perfect because I get to have a little bit of everything, and I get to see everyone grow and evolve and flourish in what they're doing, along with myself, right? So that's what I do. And then I think I covered why I do it.
Yeah. And that's one thing I learned about you very, very quick. Because I would always want you, and then I'm like when you helped me with the charity event to get it out there, I was like, come on, get a picture, get involved. But I noticed that you like to be behind the scene and really push in that situation, like your client. I don't know if you want to call it client, but the person you're working with, you really want to push them out, and you don't really care about being in the light of things, which I really appreciate of you. But at the same time, it's like, I think a lot of people don't realize how much you're really pushing in the back end of things, and it takes a lot to do that. It really does.
I'm in.
Oh, come on. Chime in, Jennifer.
Hello. Hi. Get my head on the screen. So I just wanted to chime in a little bit on that, because I think that what a lot of people don't understand and realize is the work that goes behind the details of running an organization. And so I had RE/MAX headquarters call, and they told me, your branding and the way that the company shows up is so amazing. It's definitely one of the best that we see in RE/MAX. And so I think that when Maria is talking about the things, that she's doing, there's so much to it. And what I always tell her is, within an organization, there's a heart. And so that heart, what happens is when you're doing things from the heart, so her, basically what she does in a nutshell is, you see all the platforms that RE/MAX Champions has. Do you see every single way that the company shows up? Everything that the company puts out there, everything that we provide to the real estate agents for training, all of the ideas that we have to create to stay ahead of the curve, everything that has to be thought up and then executed is what she's behind. And so it's a lot of that work it's creativity, it's staying ahead of the market, it's thinking about what agents need, it's thinking about what an organization needs, and it's a lot of work. There's a lot more, and like I'm here to be real, because I'm here to be real. And I think that a lot of people, they know our journey, and they know that, like, a lot of the things that Maria and I've also been through on a work level and so forth. And she knows how to see my blind spots. And she also is my mirror, and a very dear friend of mine, my best friend. And so we're bouncing things off of each other, all day long, all the time. And it's those ideas that push a company forward. Like, it's those ideas where I have no idea what to bring in next. I'm like, okay, now what do we do? Like, I don't even know. It's dead zone. And it's looking at the whole and bringing all of that in. Right now, one of the things that she's working on, and this is stuff that people don't see, the mortgage company. So we've got to get that ball rolling, and there's a lot behind the scenes that goes on with that. And so we're working on that together. So business development, when you look at a company and you look at an organization, it's every single thing that the public sees. And it's every single thing that goes on for everything to function the appropriate way within a company. So that encompasses, I think, more of, and I didn't go off on a tangent there, but, it's the truth. It's a lot. It's the truth. And, I tell her every day, I'm very appreciative of her. She's a huge piece to the puzzle of, RE/MAX Champions and this company. And basically she's saying, she also has to pretty much watch everybody, to be honest. I don't have the time to do that. And so she if it's coming from her, like if she tells somebody to do something, like obviously we've already talked about it, or obviously it's something that needs to be done. And I think that those things are what people don't really see. It's a lot behind the scenes, and it's a lot of work. We do a lot of work here. So I'm appreciative.
Thank you, Jennifer. And that's my infamous leader that I love and admire, because she is built with so much strength, passion, heart, and vision, right? And so to answer your question, Tina, you obviously heard what she just said.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So that's it. The show's over.
Wait, not yet.
It's over. Okay, but to answer your question, I have my own strengths and my own weaknesses.
Oh.
And I know what they are.
Up.
Hello?
There you go.
Okay. I have my own strengths and weaknesses. And I know what they are. And I've developed and worked on my weaknesses and strengths since I've been here and since I've been in the business. Okay. And in my partnership and working here with Jennifer and the team, I've realized where I place the most value in the organization. And that is not being in the limelight. That is not being a realtor. That is not being in front of everybody and being number one in this me show. Because it's not a me show, it's a we show. It's a we show. W-E, we.
I love that. And I love
everybody in an organization would realize that, right?
Exactly. And you know what? And I just need to give a huge shout out to the champions team here. Escrow, staff, administration, Jeff, Ashley, Tanya, Justin, Jaime, escrow, everybody that contributes to the organization, they matter and they hold the fort down. They keep the cylinders going at all times. So when Maria's business development, I'm like, we need to bring the team together. Okay, now we need to add this marketing. So that's why I love what I do, because it's not just me, it's all of us. It's one. We all matter, right? There's so many different parts to the puzzle that make a company work and thrive and shine and grow. And it's just like, it's a never ending growth opportunity for me. There's no ceiling. And you know, one thing that for me, I just want to close with this and this question, Tina, is I consider myself to be an entrepreneur.
Mm-hmm. You are.
Okay? I am not like just, let's just say a paid employee. No, my heart and my life is invested into this company. I go home, my girls, they talk about work with me all the time. They see how I'm always like, okay, how do we do this? And how do I fix this? And how can I tweak this? And I love what I do.
Oh yeah, you can't say your name, Maria Vera, without thinking Remax Champions. Remax Champions. Yeah, right.
Lead Remax Champions. Like Remax Champions. Absolutely. Yeah. So that's why I do what I do. And, I love to see other leaders want to take part. We've had, some that haven't been team players that, are just not about it or me or whoever. And that's fine. But at the end of the day, we are here to create, we are here to execute and to grow. And that's our mission.
Right, exactly. Yeah. And how is that? How do you deal with that when you don't have team players and you still have to push a company where you don't have that full support, because it can be difficult. So how do you deal with that?
It can be very, very difficult. I feel that anyone that is a leader in any company, whether you're running your business, whether you're in an organization and you're in a leadership position or role, that is where it all lies. And I'm just going to say, over the 4 years, Tina, I have not been who I am sitting in front of you today. I have made my own fair share of mistakes as a leader. The position that I've been given is a privilege. It's an honor to hold within the company, and it's a huge responsibility. And there's been times where I didn't deliver as much as I could have or wanted to, but that's part of my growth, right? And so now I look back and say, okay, I know what I didn't do. I know what I did wrong, but now I'm going to change. Now I'm going to make change and I'm going to create change. And that's where my fire right now is going into next year's. I'm going to focus on my personal growth. But going back to your question, it hurt. It hurts and it hurt to have and feel resistance from your own team, because they don't really know you, for one. They don't know what you're actually doing. And, there's just, people are just not about you, and that's okay. That's okay. And it took me a long time to understand that. And I've had many, many conversations with Jennifer about that, because if you don't know me, I'm a very sensitive person when it comes to, feelings and things. And I do have this hard exterior sometimes, but my soft side, Tina. You've seen me, cry. You've been there for me as a friend. As women, we go through things and we need people to tell us to keep going and it's going to be okay and just let it go. But you don't lose focus on where you want to go, who you're going to become, and what mark are you going to leave in your position. So whether they like me or they accept me or they don't, that's okay. Because, there's this saying that the way you view me or others is basically you're just looking at yourself. So it's very unfortunate. And I've learned that from Jennifer so much, is that because people have come and gone, they have come and gone since I've been here, but because I feel that they weren't in alignment with what the leader wanted. And she's such a giving person and she's such a believer in people who want to grow and build a business. But at the same time, it's important to know and feel that you're connected to who you're building with.
Right. And I feel that sometimes people don't understand. We all make mistakes. Yes. We do. And you know what? If we could learn from those mistakes that we made and continue to push forward and want the same goal to be met, why not come together? But people tend to think, okay, one messed up. Okay, let me back away because that, and no. I have failed forward so many times and I will continue to, but that's how we learn. Exactly. We learn our strengths. We learn our weaknesses. And like you said, we have to align ourselves with the right group in order for us to continue the growth, and I've seen you, struggle, with some of that. And I'm so proud of you, Maria, to be where you are now. Thank you. You could just excuse it now and move forward, because I've known before where it was difficult and you would lash out. We all have lashed out many times, and to see that you're able to control it in a different way and the person you are developing to is pretty amazing. And I'm so proud of you. I just want to say that.
Thank you.
Yeah. I know Olivia wanted to say something. So Olivia, you had a question?
I did have a question, but I'll let Jennifer go first because she's going to touch on the same. I don't want to go off the subject right now. So go ahead, Jennifer.
Oh, okay. Yes. No, you know what? Because I had a comment on that, and the thing with teamwork, and when you have a lot of people that you're working with, is things evolve over time. And so a lot of the time, when people that you're in alignment with at the beginning, you may not be in alignment with it, later. And then you tell them, thank you very much for that journey of 2, 3, 4, however many years it is. And you each go, your own way. The one thing that is important, for me as a leader, and I feel that all of us, we all have our journey and we all make mistakes. And we all do things that maybe later on we look at and say, oh, I could have done that better. But there's not one human being on the face of this earth that is perfect, period. None of us are perfect. So what I look for is, how do people behave after things happen? Do they have a lot of compassion? Are they good human beings? Are they really hard on people? Do they hold the resentment in? Do they, what is the reaction? And that is a reaction that you can carry into business as well. Because to truly grow an organization, you have to love
Yes.
people, all people.
Yes.
You have to have an open heart with people. That's the climate and the culture that I feel has grown Remax Champions, but I also feel that a lot more organizations in the future need to develop that. And so honestly, I'm grateful, and I always thank God for when things happen, because I think that it exposes true character. And what's meant to be and unfold, it's meant to be, and it definitely unfolds.
Amen.
It's a blessing. It's definitely a
Well
blessing.
said.
Always look at how people react to things, and if they're forgiving, open people, do they embrace others? Do they want to be part of, a unified situation, regardless of those where you're ride or die people.
Right.
So that's all that has to be, looked at, in my opinion, when you're building a company or any type of relationship.
I agree.
And that's what I have to say. Sorry, I went on a little bit, but I'm passionate about that because,
Of course.
it's something that we all have to look at, in business and our personal life, because none of us are perfect. And so do you embrace that imperfection in people? I know I want to be embraced, right?
I do. I think we all do.
We embrace you.
Yeah.
And it's important in business. It's very important in business because it shows how stable you can be. Can you get up and move on? Things happen, things happen. Can you get up and move on and keep pushing forward and being for the whole?
Absolutely.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So Lola, did you want to say something on that?
I think Olivia was going to ask a question. Olivia?
Okay. My
Were
question
you
is,
going to ask a question, Olivia?
yes,
Oh.
the question I was going to ask, one thing I admire about Maria is her organization skills, which is my biggest weakness. Maria, how is it that you're such a perfectionist in being organized?
Ooh. Well, it's a blessing and I mean, not a curse, but it can, get kind of like stress you out sometimes. And I've really learned to turn that down a little bit. I love I think it comes from a servant's heart. I think it comes from wanting to just be of service to whoever I'm helping. Because again, going back to weaknesses and strengths, right? So I know Jennifer's weaknesses and strengths. I know my team's weaknesses and strengths. So why wouldn't I want to help them be more organized if that's not their strong suit? And it's mine. So if I can get us ahead further and get the project done sooner, then why not, right? It's not about the title. It's not about what the role. It's about helping the team and helping the team perform at their best level. And so I just love being organized. I think way too much, and I'm a very analytic person. So I break things down from A to Z, from one to Z. And again, it's good with certain things, and I think that's one of my gifts. I believe that we all have certain gifts that we bring to the table in our businesses and in our lives and beings. And I feel that that is one of my gifts that was given to me.
It is a great gift. It is a great gift because I'm telling you, audience and everyone, right, ladies? She'll get us back on topic. Okay, wait, we're on this topic. If she had a whip, she would be.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so
It's like Maria.
No,
Yeah.
I love it. I love it, though. I love it.
Yeah, I love that you appreciate it because sometimes I'm like, okay, I'm a little too much, and I think I can be, and I know that I can be. I'm a little extra sometimes, but it's just because I want to get it done, and I know how can I help. Okay, let's go. We all need that support and that just that kind of that cheerleader, right? Like, let's get on this. We got this, and I love doing that. I just love it so much, and I guess that's where I excel.
And we love you.
Thank you. I love you too. Thank you.
So, Linda, did you want to say anything?
Yes, actually, I have a question for her as well, and it has to do with her organization. How do you manage your time? Like, I know with being so busy and doing all of this for us, for Remax, for the company, and so many projects going on at the same time, and then you have your family. How do you manage your time? How do you separate your family from the business?
Man, that's a good question.
She doesn't. She sends me texts at 10 o'clock at night on ideas. So.
I figured that.
Emailing the team. Okay, let's do this, right? And then also this quote, right? So can you guys read it?
She believed she
She
could,
believed
so she
she
did.
could,
Yeah.
so she did.
Yeah.
So to answer your question, Linda, it's been a battle. I'm not going to lie. Okay, I'm not going to sit here and tell you I'm perfect in every way. No, it's been a battle, and my girls can attest to that. My daughters, but they also know how much I love my work. They also know how good I am at what I do, and my family as well. You know, they're a huge support of what I do, and so in time management, I have a routine. You know, I've really learned though one thing that has made a huge difference for me in performing and being able to stay on top of everything is taking care of myself better. So exercising, eating right, taking my supplements, and my spiritual life, prayer, reading, feeding my spirit, and just grounding myself. My beautiful sister here, Lala, you know, I was with her before this call, and you know, we all just need that reminder that we're doing a good job, you and I, and that we're here to make a difference. But I'm getting off track. But yeah, so I basically have a morning routine. I get up, you know, by 5:30, 6 o'clock every morning, get up, coffee. I have literally like a ritual. It's just nonstop every single day. And I check my workload before I come in, follow up with whoever I need to follow up, execute. And I'm literally going just all day long. It's nonstop. And then I get home, finish up, dinner, kids, and then I decompress, go back to grounding myself. And if I need a second workout, then I'll get a second workout in. And
You guys are so motivating with your workouts too. You guys got me.
Can't hear you.
Linda,
Can't hear you.
Linda, wherever you are, we cannot hear you.
Can't hear you.
Give us just a second, please. I'm hearing anyone. Okay.
Oh, she can't hear anyone.
Maybe.
okay, so yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. But to answer your question, you know, Jennifer and I actually started a Nike challenge. She actually kind of pushed me to do that Nike challenge, and I was like, no, I don't want to do that. And I committed to it, and that really has helped me to even perform at a higher level, because I feel that in order for anyone to be able to perform at a higher level and to stay consistent and to excel in their role and gifts, you know, it's obviously work hard, right? First and foremost. But for me, my experience for being able to do what I do, that just, I love what I do, but taking care of myself is really helped me to really excel into that next level. And so I've learned that tremendously this last year or so. And that's, for me, it's important. It's non-negotiable.
That was my next question. Was that we have all watched you grow, especially since just starting Sisterhood. There's like this big difference in you, and I don't know, I somehow sense like there's been like a big weight lifted from you, because you're just more free, you're very outgoing, and you just want to push and just continue. So I've seen this change. So I wanted to ask you, have you recognized all those changes? Because sometimes we don't. We just continue to go and, okay, that's done. All right, forget this. Let's just keep going. But have you recognized all the changes that you've made, all the positive changes?
I have. Maybe not to the degree that others notice.
Right.
So when someone does compliment or they make a comment or they say something, they kind of catch me off guard, because I'm not, oh, well, thank you, right? That was so nice of you to say. That was really sweet of you to compliment me, my work and what I do. Or you're seeing that I get messaged on Instagram or Facebook. Wow, Maria, you keep doing what you're doing, and you're really good at it, and I love your energy. And that for me is enough, because I really do want to make a difference. I really do want to impact people, and I feel that who we show up as every day is our responsibility, and it's important, right? So I want to be around positive people, so I need to be positive. Now, I haven't, I don't have it 100% down all the time, don't get me wrong, but I really do try to be mindful of how I show up, because I feel like it's important, especially in a leadership position and just in any organization, no matter what you're doing for the company. But yes, I have noticed my growth, and sisterhood empowerment has been a contribution to my personal growth, because I can be very as outgoing and extroverted as I am, and all this and that. There's also there's a Maria part that's not just business development. There's a Maria part that will cry with you if you're crying. There's a Maria part that will play with you in the sand at the beach, because we want to be just free and have a good time and be with your sisters and your girlfriends. There's a Maria part where we can go and have dinner and pizza and have a beer or a glass of wine, and just really connect on a deeper level. And so in sisterhood empowerment, I feel like I've found that again. I have my dearest friend, Jennifer is my best friend, but in sisterhood empowerment, it's really opened me up more. It's really opened me up more in regards to my heart, and making new friends and getting to know you ladies, and then also just building trust and just really healing from things that I didn't know I was holding on to, healing from situations that I've been ignoring within my own journey outside of work, that empowerment has really, it's just opened it up. And, that's why I was so resistant, because I didn't want to go there,
Right.
I want to go there. Like Mama always says, and we always talk, it's when it's time, it's time.
Nice.
It's time. And it's time to bring a new part of myself forward. And sisterhood empowerment has definitely empowered me as a woman. And I feel so blessed. I mean, I was crying before we went on the air, with all of you. And I'm not embarrassed to say that. Tears are beautiful, but I feel like because of past hurts and disappointments from others and myself as well, right? I'm not here to blame anybody for that. But in this sisterhood empowerment and just connecting and bonding with other women, it's really just allowed my soul to just heal in certain areas that I needed. And
that's beautiful.
And then what we want to do, for others and where we're going, that is inspiring to me. That is just my heart, because I've always wanted to do something like this, because I know, again, I was raised a single mom. I was raised by a single mom. I am a single mom. And I would love to help other women break free from their limitations, from their wounds, and their areas where they don't even know they need help, but we could see it because we've been there.
We've been there,
right? So I know what you're going through, and I'm here to tell you that you're not alone. And so all of these beautiful ladies in this group have been that for me. As much as I like to give it and extend it, I need love too.
Yeah. Yes, you do. Lala, I know you wanted to make a comment or ask a question.
Yes, I definitely thank you. So first of all, Maria, I just want to thank you for being here and also for sharing your story. I know it's not easy to go on social media or on camera and just, allow yourself to be seen. Mm-hmm. So we see you. And I just, yeah, it's amazing. I've also watched your growth. And my question to you is, through all the ups and downs and all the growth and everything that you've been, not just here at RE/MAX, but as a woman, as a mother, as a sister, as a friend, what message would you like to say here at Sisterhood Empowerment? Like, what message would you like to deliver from, from all your experience and everything that you have taken in? What would you like to say to anyone out there watching this, whether it be a male or female, just sharing it truly from your heart? What is your message?
Okay, that's a great question. Thank you,
Yeah.
Lola. I feel that what I would like to share with everyone, and from my journey and my experience throughout the years, is allowing yourself to receive help. I think you're not alone, right? Like allowing yourself to be seen, allowing yourself to receive help, because I'm a firm believer that, we all wear certain masks, in life, and especially on social media. And I'm one of those people, I don't show everything on there, but I try to be as genuine as I can when I do post as my own being. But just in general, if you are struggling with getting ahead, or with repeating the same cycles, or with any kind of, just you feel like you just can't cross over in your business or in your life as a woman and as a man, but as a woman, for me, I can obviously relate to that. Really, I just encourage you to really go inside and can find someone to help you really dig in, and really like just go like this, just really dig in, because what you see and what you feel in your reality may not be what's really happening, right? So, because until you dig in and you pull out the stuff, and your awareness and the blindfold comes off, and when you heal and you get that stuff out, it's like you can breathe. It's like you can just feel your spirit just exploding, right? Like, and that's what's happening to me. That's what's happening to me right now. Because I'm allowing myself to be vulnerable with these women, because I'm allowing myself to be seen on social media, because I'm expanding, my heart is opening and taking off what no longer serves me. The limited beliefs, for me, they were, I'm not worthy, I'm not good enough. I'm admitting that to you right here. I'm not smart enough, I'm not strong enough. Those are all lies. Those are all lies that I believed, things that I attached to myself from failures and relationships that didn't work and bouncing around for a while, You just create this perception of yourself that is not true. And in my journey here at Champions and in Sisterhood Empowerment, I have found myself underneath all of the layers and all of the junk that I put on, and that I carry this heavy weight around me. It's like, take that off. Let's go through that circle, Lala. Let's talk. Let's talk. Yes, let's do this, because I know that if I do my work, I'm going to do a better job in my work. I'm going to do a better job as a mother, as a wife one day, as a leader, as an owner, as just a human being. It is my duty to do my inner work. Because that's what we're called to do. That we are called to be who we are created in God, in our Creator. And when we're stuck, we're here and we see all these people doing what we want to do. What's keeping me from getting on the other side? Look in the mirror.
Wow.
But we need guidance. We need guides. We need guides. We need guidance. Okay. And that's where I have, you guys know, I love to be out in the wilderness and the forest and the yogis and all of that. I could do that all day long. But that is where I've taken the time, and I'm doing the work now, where I'm really trying to connect to my source. And I ask to help me to break free from my own limitations that I've allowed myself to live in for so long.
Beautiful.
That is beautiful. I am so grateful you shared that because I know so many people that are out there watching this needed to hear that. That was beautiful, Maria. So thank you for sharing that because Maria is actually showing up and taking care of business. So let me ask you one last question.
Yeah.
What can we expect to see from Maria Vera in the next few months, a year? Where do you see yourself?
Tinamarie, I haven't been able to sleep for like probably like a good, week or so, like just really good sleep. And I told Jennifer this, and I said, I feel like something huge is coming. I feel like something is just calling us to create. It's like there's so much that I want to do. Now in the business, obviously, we're already working on that. We're working on 2021 now.
Mm-hmm.
The whole team, myself, like my whole team, all of us. We're already thinking about 2021. What are we going to change, create, add, eliminate, et cetera, et cetera. So the business, we're already planning that. But as far as myself, for me, I would say I have really huge goals. But first and foremost, my personal growth, my personal development, because I know, again, the more work I do on myself, the more I can do better and show up in the world and in what I'm doing. So I would just say more growth personally and in the company. I have tons of new ideas, which I'm not going to share here publicly, but we're working on them. So definitely keep an eye out, to see what we're doing within Champions. And I want to create with Sisterhood Empowerment. We've had so many beautiful ideas, Tinamarie. We've talked about that.
Right.
I just really feel compelled to open up, just new avenues for women and men if they need it. Eventually we'll create different sources and resources for them to get what they need, so that we can really help them break free and expand in their areas where they need to. And that's it. I just want to make a difference, and I want to make a difference, and I can't do it without everyone here.
Right. Yeah, and what you just touched on, that is something that we are going to be bringing to the table. We are working on that, so hopefully everybody will tune in to that because I think it's going to be really good information for everyone out there.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah,
that was amazing. That was amazing. Thank you for sharing that, Maria. And like Lala said, we see you, we appreciate you, and all of that. There's a lot of people that needed to hear that. That was a phenomenal way to express what you just did. I think that affected a lot of people.
Thank you. And I'd like to just say something to Jennifer. I want to thank you, Jennifer, for seeing me. I want to thank you for seeing me. I want to thank you for believing in me and for loving me and for pushing me, right? She's a people pusher. She's a people pusher. She does it in a way where you don't know. You
don't realize it.
But she knows, and she's amazing at what she does, and she's done this for so long. And so you're naturally going to become what you're around. So I am privileged and honored to work next to you, to serve the Champions organization, to grow within our team, and to learn from you. Because I didn't share in my story that I always dreamt of finding a female role model, a female successful role model that can lead the way and show me how to get to where I've always known I could. And I bounced around for a little while until I met Puglisi. And that's when it all just clicked. And I know that I am supposed to be here. And there's the call, and it's being answered, like Lala said. And just thank you so much, Jennifer, for your impeccable leadership and your unwavering faith and love for people. And you every day you make a difference. So thank you.
Well, I don't even know how to follow that up. I mean, I appreciate everything that you just said. And I think that, it goes both ways. because we've had quite a journey. And I think that you've seen a lot of the things that I've done that, where I have failed in my leadership. And you've encouraged and supported and said, Jennifer, get up. So I think that it goes both ways. You've helped me a lot, and you deal with a lot of the things that I think other people don't see, especially as women, as mothers, the things that we're going through in life. And so it's mutual. I appreciate all of the, the energy and the care and the love and the attention that you've given to the company, to myself, to the team. And, I know your heart is huge and you have a huge passion for what you do, and it shows. And I appreciate that. So thank you for your words. They mean a lot.
Absolutely.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Well, Maria, thank you so very much for sharing your story. We really appreciate it. And I just want to thank everyone that took the time to watch this. And we look forward to having you join us in a couple of weeks as we bring on another special guest. And if you have not liked our Red Couch, I'm sorry, Jennifer.
Oh, no, I was like another guest.
If you have not liked our page at Red Couch Talk, please do so. As Maria mentioned, we do have some valuable information that we're going to start putting out there and sharing with everyone. And please subscribe to our YouTube channel at Tinamarie Moreno. And we look forward to having you join us in a couple of weeks. Thank you very much. Goodbye. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Bye.